Well, today Christopher heard that he had the cancer in the biliary tract, which is near the liver, and he was also given a guesstimate or an average of 1 year or less to live. How do you feel about that, Christopher?
That makes me feel overwhelmed, a little cheated. I felt like I had more time. I feel like I've always felt like younger inside than my actual calendar years indicated, and I feel like I'm too young to be checking out. Um, I'm just getting ready to turn 50 in 25 days, and to think I'm gonna be dead by the time I'm 51, it doesn't make me feel very good. It makes me feel like, you know, obviously, I feel overjoyed that I've been able to reconnect with my family, and that in the end, that's the greatest gift that I can be given. But I also feel like there's things that now that I'm connected with my family that, I want to do. Um, Namely just spend simple time with them, not doing anything fancy, um, but just to spend, some time with them, especially, you know, Rob and Cassandra, who I missed, you know, for going on 5 years of, some of the most important years of their lives, their teenage years. And um, I'm hoping that, despite the prognosis and the treatment, that
Christopher.
I was just thinking, the name of that actor, um, in that one movie, but I just feel a little cheated that I'm not gonna get to do some of those things, and it makes me feel, very sad. It makes me feel very sad. But I feel, somewhat vindicated in that, even at this late stage of the game, my excuse me, my intuition skills are still pretty finely honed. I felt right along that the doctors were pretty grim, and you know, kind of knew what the story was, but weren't necessarily giving me the whole story. And probably some of that was that they wanted to be sure before they said anything, but I felt from the first visit I had with a doctor where I asked him if I had cancer, and he said, yeah. Um, that, you know, I'd had that thought for some period of time.
We're gonna have to stop.
Am I talking too much?
No.